welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sonja J. And as you can see, okay, we are cooking again. This is another cooking video, okay? I decided maybe every now and again I'm gonna add a few cooking videos into my channel because sometimes I don't feel like cooking, but it makes me feel a little bit better when, you know, I can have you guys to talk to or whatever. So as you can see, okay, sis did her thing, okay? Give me my props and don't call the cops. I made some mozzarella cheese onion rings, okay? These are onion rings with mozzarella cheese. As you can see, the cheese oozing out, and we got a cup of ranch right here. I'm about to try these things, okay? But before I do, you guys obviously need to see how I made them. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to these, but I thought they were going to be a fail, but it was not a fail. So keep watching this video, and let's see if they're delicious, and let's get it. So, like I said, we are making mozzarella onion rings. This is going to be delicious. At least I assume it will be. So I pretty much cut up a whole onion already. We got one more we're going to do. I probably don't mind if you hear my son in the background. He's going to get loud. I'm probably going to only cut up like half or just like a little bit of this onion because I pretty much have a good amount. So we're just going to, I'm going to cut this first layer off because it's just, we don't need this part. And then we're going to cut a couple more slices, and then we're going to move on to cutting up the cheese so that the cheese can fit into the ring holes. So I'm going to throw this away and we're going to get it. Stuffing this cheese into these onions was the hardest thing yet. Okay, it's probably the hardest thing of the whole dish. Like I said earlier, when you're cutting the onions, you got to try to get a bigger piece and a smaller piece so that you have room to stuff the cheese. And even with that in mind, it was still hard for me to pick the right onion pieces to stuff the cheese in. Like these two pieces right here, the bigger pieces, was easier. This one was okay, but it's kind of lifting a little bit. But the smaller pieces were the hardest ones. Like these ones right here, oh my god. Like as you can see, there's like crumbly cheese pieces because I had to like literally stuff it in there. So now the next step we're supposed to do is put it in the freezer so that it can freeze together and mold together so that when it's time to dip it in the egg wash and the panko crumbs and stuff, it doesn't fall apart and then you can quickly fry it. So I'm hoping and praying that this stays together and it freezes together so that when I pick it up, the cheese doesn't fall out, the onion pieces don't fall out. I'm assuming at least the big pieces should be fine, but the small pieces might end up fucking up. I'm just keep it real. I pray this won't be a fail because it literally took me like a whole hour and a half. Alright, so it has been over an hour. It's actually been like an hour and a half. I'm about to take the onion rings out the freezer. I pray everything froze together. It's solid and it's going to be easy for me to dip it into these concoctions and fry it. So as you can see, I have 3 different bowls here. We have now, like I said, this is like a remake of It's So Good's version of these mozzarella onion rings. Now in her video she used just cornmeal. I actually decided to use half cornmeal and half flour because like she said in the video, the cornmeal makes it taste good and sweet, but at the same time because you know flour is a little bit better to bind things, it kind of was falling apart as she was eating it. So I'm hoping that with me doing half and half I still get some of the sweetness, but at the same time it still binds together. So I did half flour, half cornmeal. I mixed it really well. This is the egg wash. I did not add milk to it because we ran out of milk. So I just use eggs. It should work fine. And then these are the panko crumbs. Only difference is I added a little bit of salt and pepper just so it has flavor. All right, so these are the onion rings. They're all floured, egg washed, and they have the panko crumbs on them. Now, as you can see, these are fewer than what we started out with. Okay, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9. We started out with like, I don't know, 15, 16. We only have 9 left. Like I said, okay, the key to making these correctly is to making sure that the onion ring shapes have enough space for the cheese. You got to make sure the cheese is cut just right so that it can fit in between the space. It's kind of hard to get it right. Okay, so I'm gonna let these sit in the freezer for another 5 minutes while the oil's getting hot. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's getting hot. And then I'll show you when these things are fried and completed, baby. I turned this one over. It's almost done, and I'll turn this one over when this one's out. Cheese is starting to ooze out, though. I'm liking that. Well, not really, because I don't want the cheese to leave. But at least you can see the cheese. All right, take this out. This one I could overcook this side a little bit, but it still tastes fine. Yeah. They kind of look like giant donuts. Well, no, they look like regular size donuts. They're giant onions. Yo, they look good though. They better be, cause I feel like I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. A little overcooked, but I think they'll still taste right. We gonna try it. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is the finished product. I have me a cup of ranch right here. I'm gonna try one, and then I'm gonna put them up, cause I'm gonna save some for my husband and my son. But they just came out the oven. They're a little bit hot. I'm going to take the cheesiest one because, you know, I put all this time into it. I might as well get the best one. It's really big. Got me a cup of ranch right here. We're going to try this on camera. Okay, I can't really put the... Whatever, it's good enough. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so glad these came out good because let me tell you, I didn't want this video to be too long. So, you know, I didn't show you everything. But honey, this was a little hard to prepare. I will not lie. I don't lie on this channel. This was a little hard to prepare. Okay, trying to stuff the cheese into the onions. Girl, it was hard. But they're good. They taste just like onion rings with mozzarella cheese. If you got time and you're in the mood for some mozzarella sticks and onion rings at the same time, you can make these at home. It's legit. Might take a while, but they're legit. Alright, I'm going to go and tear these up off camera and save my husband and my son some. If you guys like videos like this video. If you want to see more videos like this, you know, you can comment down below and let your girl know. Subscribe to my channel if you fuck with your girl. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see more videos from me, period. Okay, I'm telling you, this is the bomb. Yeah, this is dope. This was worth it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.